Look at that hair.
Hate it. I hate it.
I hate it. I hate
I
it.
hate it.
I'm gonna start streaming now.
I absolutely hate it.
Previously on Unranked.
All
So
right.
here's how it's going to work. If you look at Taurus Trap, right? Whichever one
Okay.
of us has the higher name, we saw Taskmaster came out this week. This is like the Olympics. Whichever one of us gets the gold on Taurus Trap gets the point for Taurus Trap.
Holy shit, there's a whole bunch of there's number 18 is 6 minutes 25 seconds.
And we're going to do it across all of the easy courses.
I'm going to do every single easy course in 2 weeks.
1 month from
Okay.
1 month, 4 weeks. We're going to
All
because then
right.
we can talk about it over the next 4 weeks.
Okay. All right.
The first week, 11 courses. Second week, the second 11 courses. Third week, the third 11 courses. And then the final week, Alex, we have time to go back through and beat one another's times on the ones that we're losing on. Hello and welcome to the 480th episode of the Unranked podcast. Here we are. It is Christian Humes, the one and the only Alex Tuna Marinello.
Hello.
And back from PAX, as bald as he ever was, Tom.
Been a minute.
2016 Caswell. Because you shaved your head back then when you started on this podcast.
2016. Yeah.
Now, interestingly, the last time you
Yeah.
shaved your head, it was right after you went through a bad breakup. This time it's right after you've been married.
Sure. Bad breakup at work. But no. It just needed to go. It's getting really muggy here in New York. I was like really struggling the other day with the heat. I actually got one of those neck
Yes, the
band
Coolify.
combos. Yeah, the Coolify Air.
Yep, nice. They work.
And, they do a good job, but my hair is just too heavy and gross and sweaty.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I said, I look broke down the face, and I've just had dreams of like just shaving it for forever. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna do this. It's time. So we did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back soon enough.
Yeah,
Not
I hate
soon
it.
enough for
So
not soon enough for Tuna. Apparently,
I think it looks I think you look I think you look terrible.
Alex
So-
is
I don't
far less
look
interested in making love to you right now.
Shostakov, the little Red Guardian.
Yeah, I mean the long hair was peak Tom. Right now you look
Wow.
you look like you're ready to run me over in like either a motorcycle or like a muscle car. Like you just look like a jerk. Like you don't look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's funny? I was actually just before because I was like because Tom needed 15 minutes, so I was just scrolling through the TV, right?
Tom,
So,
I'm gonna interrupt Alex for a second here. Has he
Fine.
seemed cattier than normal to you lately?
cattier?
Maybe, but I think it's a slow progression. I don't think it is I don't think it's been a switch, like a flip switch.
Well, Chris is instigating right now.
Okay.
Chris is instigating.
Right, but
I'm
this
setting
is
him up.
just like
Alex
he
feels
said
is
it.
this is a
Yeah,
setup.
this is ju-
Do I
this is just
take-
like when Chris
do I-
said
No, do I take
th-
do I take the bait or do I let it go?
this is like
And-
when he said that you were shed a tear and you denied it, like he said that you
Yeah.
would.
Right. No, he's
Like,
baiting me right now.
You can't deny your carrier because then that would be an agreement.
Yeah. So anyway, so right before I get on,
You got to plead the fifth.
I was watching Cops really quick, old episodes of
Why?
Cops,
What?
and it was funny. This guy got pulled over.
What the fuck?
Well, I had nothing to do for 15 minutes, so I was like, and Brit's doing Regents
And you
prep
can't
with her
watch the
kids.
Jokers anymore after the
No,
allegations.
yeah, but I'll watch Cops. So turn on Cops, right? I thought this was so funny.
Amazing.
The guy gets pulled
Okay.
over, right? He's like, I've never been pulled over before, and the cop's going through his stuff in the car, right? Comes out marijuana, and the guy's
Okay.
like, oh, yeah, no, personal use. Okay.
Okay.
Right? Goes back in the car. 5 little bags of Coke. Personal use.
Personal
Right? Another 5 bags of meth. Personal use.
Jesus Christ.
And then the guy goes, "What's this scale?" And he goes, "Personal use. I have to measure out to make sure I'm getting the right dosage."
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
That's what
I
I
don't
look
know.
like. I look
You
like
do
that
look
guy.
like you're about to get pulled over in an episode of Cops, or someone's been the
Well,
cops have been called for domestic violence complaint.
no, you need to put sunglasses on like you're in like a truck, and then take a profile picture, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
No,
Yeah,
I don't like this at all. I don't.
I'm into
This
it.
reminds me. No,
Tom, I'm into it.
no. This is
Thanks,
Chris
Chris.
baiting
Appreciate
again.
it.
This is
Baiting.
reminding me of
Did
like
you
Tommy the Flake
did
back when you flaked.
Tom? Did you
Oh, it's giving you
consider
vibes.
doing the full shave? Because I did that
Um,
one time. I did it like a year before we did the podcast. I did the full skin shave.
I did.
Mm.
I did
Full
that at the
skinhead.
start of the pod. That was Miami. Like I was literally
Yeah.
bald for a period in Miami. And I haven't shaved it that short since. I mean, this is like really close to that.
I know.
Like, yeah.
No. It looks like you could have painted your head black.
Like the fake
For my
hairspray. Do you
scalp,
remember
my
the
skin.
spray? Do you
Yeah,
remember the
the
spray
fake
on hair
hairspray,
in
yeah.
commercials?
Yeah,
My
that's what you
scalp
look.
is
That's what it looks like.
really like pale.
I just
That
I don't.
the color needs to come in there.
No, the hair needs to
the
come
color.
back.
The
hair needs to come back.
in.
Well, you'll get a tan faster there, Tom, once you don't have hair covering it, you know?
Yeah, I know. I
Mm.
know. I'm excited.
Mm.
It'd be nice.
Mm.
Gotta
You probably
wear my
need to put some sunscreen on that bad boy
Yeah,
now.
but I do think that it will be easier to do because I can just like put it on my face and then just like slick it through.
Yeah, just massage it in.
Yeah, or get one of those puppies that you're
What
wearing.
puppies?
Your
Oh yeah, one of these
hat. Yeah.
straw hats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
wanted
still
to bring
reading?
this with me to Hawaii.
You still reading that, Tom?
I have not touched any form of written
Pathetic.
word in a long time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I have finished an entire work of written word.
Oh, he got it in.
Oh yes. Oh yes. We should start the podcast. We'll get to this later. We haven't even
We
haven't
have
done
started
shit.
the podcast.
Well,
this
you know
podcast
what I
has been
did.
started.
You know, here's the thing, Alex. Here's the
You're
thing.
recording. I see it.
I hope
I don't
so.
want an excuse that you're not recording.
I certainly hope so. Really be.
I'm. Yeah, I think if that happens again, I think we reserve the right that you just have to do it.
Again.
It's happened twice now
Oh.
that he's done it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's bad. It's bad news.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, I think it's happened each time.
Although
that he's
this
had to do
last
it by
time, at least
himself.
a different thing happened.
Yeah. I still
The other
think
time
Tom
I
needs
just
to
didn't
do
record
like
it. This last time I did. This last time I hit stop recording instead of stop share after the previously on
Right.
time.
right.
It's fine.
I think Tom should do the post show by himself as punishment for flaking last week.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why do you think that?
What do you mean? Why do I think that?
I think he had mentioned PAX in the past.
No,
We knew he was going.
my God. Revisionist history.
It's just
Holy
been-
crap.
It's just been a busy couple of weeks, and we'll get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Into it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to hear the excuses.
Tom's had a lot going on.
Played no games. He's played no games with us.
Well, he's been
Zero.
at PAX. He's been seeing a lot of games.
I've been playing.
That was
some
just
games
last
at
weekend. I'm
PAX.
talking about the last month. I think in the last 30 days he has not played one game with either of us.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
That's true. That's true. I'm telling you, man.
That is
Telling you.
correct.
Look, we're
Yeah.
about to get so much switch to it, and it'll make your head spin.
I'm starting to feel like maybe we're not.
Oh my god! You think I'm gonna world it up
Yeah.
with you?
Not with
lads?
us.
Come on.
Not with us. Not
Who am
maybe
I
we
gonna
can
play with?
maybe with your PAX friends.
No. Oh my god! Fucking roll the jingle.
I did. I played it already.
Yeah, it's
Well,
played.
fucking hit it.
Pokemon
480.
480. We have quite the Pokemon today, guys.
Do we?
Oh yes,
He doesn't even, it's so
Oh,
good
yes.
he doesn't even know it.
I do. I'd like to hear how you're going to pronounce it.
Uxie. Is it Uxie?
I'll be
Uxie?
honest. Yeah, I think I would have said Uxie.
I think it's
but
Uxie though, because
might
the
be
Japanese
Uxie.
have it
Yeah.
spelled Yuxie.
Nice.
Uxie.
Might be a combination of the U of the acronym UMA.
Actually, yeah, this should be
No, it is Ukes because the that first symbol is YU.
Wait, this is really interesting. So it actually is spelled Uxie and Uxie. May be a combination of U of the acronym UMA, unidentified mysterious animal, and Pixie. It may also involve the pronoun you. That's got to be one of the more dubious, I would say, bullshit
Yeah.
name origins I've
Let's
ever
also
seen.
talk about what this Pokemon looks like briefly. So this is definitely like a
Okay.
sort of like sprite fairy style, like sort of fantasy, less of an obvious like animal necessarily. It's a small gray fairy like Pokemon with two gray tails that are each encrusted with a red gem. Uxie has a partially yellow face with another red gem encrusted into its forehead. Its head faintly resembles out of a helmet or a human brain. Uxie always has its eyes closed as it can wipe out the memory of those who see its eyes. It's a psychic type Pokemon.
Wipe out
Um,
so it's like a Men in Black Pokemon.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit. You
that's
look
pretty
at its
cool.
eyes and then the red jewel.
Mm.
Snap. Thanos snaps your
Honestly,
brain.
one of the coolest like sci-fi gadgets that's ever been invented.
Oh yeah,
The
they
The
have them
memory
mind
now.
wipe.
eraser.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
so good. So good. Especially
Minutes,
because they always play it off
days,
with like fun.
years.
Like, they'll be like, oh, you just got back from, like they just give them a story and everyone just goes about their day. It's good.
Yeah.
That's
No,
good stuff.
good shit.
I would like one of those.
Same.
Do you know who could use one of those? Nathan
Me.
Fielder.
I haven't seen the latest episode, so don't.
No, I'm just saying in general, because then
Let
he
the
could
games
do
begin. Let the
he could
games
just
begin.
rehearse the scenes for real with the actual person to get their
Mm,
real answers and then just do it
mhm.
over and over and over again
Oh my
until he gets.
god, that's the next season. That's the next season.
All right, let's take. I want to see what the shiny is. Did they actually do anything with this? Oh,
No, it's awful. I think it's awful.
well, I mean, it is a major departure. They completely changed the primary color of the Pokemon to gold. I wish they had just done a full palette swap because
Mm.
they took kind of the gold from the head and put it on the body, and then they made the head bronze. They should have made the top like a blue
Hmm.
or a purple.
It also may take its form, draw inspiration from a cherub, one of the three highest ranking angel classes in Christianity.
Interesting.
Now,
Isn't
here's
it?
something you should understand this is one of the first three of a
The
legendary trio,
legendaries,
kind of like a
yes.
Zapdos, Articuno,
Hmm.
your dogs, your birds, etc.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
which
Sure.
means not
We're
bad
almost
on the
done.
stats. Not bad
Oh.
on the
Not too shabby
stats.
in the stats
Hmm.
department.
Pretty
Hmm.
strong Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pretty strong Pokemon.
I'd say it's
Um,
pretty high up in the rankings.
yeah,
I like it. It's from I know it from Arceus. The
yeah.
three of the legendaries in the post game.
Mm,
Um
Well, speaking of
so
Arceus,
yeah.
along with me, Sprite, and Aslef, who we'll meet in the next two episodes,
we'll meet them.
Uxie is a member of the Lake Guardians, a legendary trio created by Arceus and first discovered in the Sinnoh region. Uxie is known as the being of knowledge. So it's the god
Mm,
of knowledge. With Arceus is the god of everything. It created literally everything, the universe. Arceus is just the god. It's just God in the Pokemon world, not just the god Pokemon, but just God.
hmm.
Um, this is like one of the primary gods that Arceus made. So it's a very strong Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Arceus feels like the Pokedex we should go with to learn more. A Pokemon feared but also respected for stealing away the memories of evildoers. I found records that suggest Uxie holds dominion over knowledge.
Hmm. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Um, let's look at that note. Let's look at that list.
Let's look at the list.
Who did we have last week, Alex? Do you remember off the dome?
Rock Rotom.
Oh,
It should be.
Rotom.
Who I like, but I don't think Tuna would. Let's see where he put it, or where you guys put it.
No, I liked Rotom.
Oh, okay.
Rotom. Rotom.
Rotom.
That went 25.
Yeah, pretty high up.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is higher than that. I'm thinking I'm looking at the teens.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, yeah.
maybe a
Definitely,
bit
definitely in the teens.
maybe a bit higher, honestly. Maybe this is breaking a top 10.
You think this is? It's possible if there was going to be a Pokemon that would break it. So in recent memory, could be this one.
Maybe the new above Riolu under Infernape, like 6 or 5.
Oh, oh boy. Hmm.
That feels a little high.
Hmm.
I was thinking like, is it better than Miss Magus?
Hmm.
I was thinking like, is it the new number 10 or is it the new number 9? I don't think it's better than Riolu.
Hmm. That's fine. I would put it in the number 9. No, maybe the new number. Well, Glaceon. I don't. Hmm. Yeah, I mean around there. I'm good with if you guys want to put it around there.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
leave
I
it up
think
to you.
Infernape's a little high for me, Tom.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll take it.
The new number 9?
Yeah, put it in the new number 9.
All right. Wow. I mean, it's breaking into the top 10. That's
It's good. It's a good
I
Pokemon.
think I think the it's I don't think it's the best of the legendary trio. I think it's the middle of the legendary trio. Oh man, you know what we should do during the post show?
Tell
We
me.
should pull up all the previous legendary trios and then rank them individually. Not like in a list necessarily. We could do that at the end, but like because there's 3 in this generation, there's 3, like we should I'd be curious to know like between Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres,
We can do
you know
a
what I
tier
mean?
maker. I've been trying to do that on the post
Yeah,
show.
tier maker.
We'll use
Let's
tier
do a tier
maker for
maker.
that.
All right, let's do a tier maker legendary trios. I think there's some quattros as well, but
Hmm.
yeah.
There's some duos as well.
All right, let's move on.
And some Unos.
Some Unos. Well, then are those like mythical Pokemon?
Oh, well, isn't that a
We
same
can't do
category?
all of them. We got to try and stick to like the trio quattros because
Okay.
otherwise, Tom, that's an episode because there's like at this point there's like 50 plus Pokemon if you count legendaries and mythicals and shit.
Yeah. You're
I
not
gotta
wrong.
show because I didn't do this on the podcast. I gotta show you this. Honestly, Tom, Shins isn't the one I was like super excited about getting.
Glove
I was
shitter.
yeah, Glub that's what it is. Shinhati, she's the non-Jedi sort of in training in Ahsoka. I was much more excited to get Balin Skull's lightsaber, but now that I have this and I'm holding this might be one of my absolute favorite designs for a
It's
hilt.
pretty cool. It
It's
is cool.
like these are hard, rigid, like there's like a nice grip here that like keeps your hand from slipping from it, even though they're actually like metal. I
Okay.
really like this, just like
The hilt thing, yeah.
yeah, like the cover for your hand to go over it, and then it really does fall like it actually has the colorings more of a Jedi lightsaber, but a lot of like the design language of
Of an
a dark
Empire.
side. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is like a really fucking unique. This is I maybe one of my like top 5 lightsabers
Hmm.
now that I have it.
Cool.
Like I keep playing with
Let's see
this
the
one a
other one.
lot.
Let's see the other one.
The other one,
Oh. Ooh. He's lost it, ladies and gents.
no, I do have it. I was just getting the
Oh.
blade.
Oh. Just getting the blade. I'm just taking the blade in the hilt and getting my blade. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's definitely I'd say like one of the heaviest, but his is you haven't watched it yet, right? You haven't seen this one yet either, right, Tuna?
No,
So
actually, that looks
obviously
pretty cool. That does look pretty cool.
it's really cool.
It
And the
does.
other thing that's really cool about it is it's big. And in the show, it's like a broadsword. Like his
Right.
saber's like really long. So it's like he fights
You know who's playing him
two-handed.
next season, Tuna, because the original guy died.
Oh, which sucks because that actor was amazing.
Not Ray something is the original.
Oh, the older guy?
Yeah.
They got the Hound to
Oh, they got the Hound to replace him. Okay.
yeah. Looks good.
Did they?
All right.
I thought they were
Mhm.
getting that other guy to replace him. I thought it was a different Game of Thrones guy. I thought it was like
Hound.
Dickon's dad or something.
Dickon's dad.
Dickon's dad.
Everyone's
Yeah.
favorite character.
Dickon's dad.
Dickon's dad. Also father to Rickon and Ricky Balboa.
I guess it is the Hound. I guess
Dickon-
maybe this is
Dickon-
when like this,
Dickon's dad.
that's interesting. He doesn't. I wonder how good of a job he's gonna do. I hope he does a good job.
Rory Khan, I think, is the.
I like that actor a
Hound's
lot.
name.
I hope he pulls it off because the first guy was like he was half that show. Every time he was on scene, like he was so compelling. That actor was really, really good. So I hope that recast goes well.
Oh.
Although I hear there's a recast in Andor. I haven't seen it, and I heard people are happy with it. So
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad.
it's not bad.
I
Huh?
finished Andor. I thought that Andor got off to a slow start, and I was worried, and I was like,
Season
oh no.
1 was like that, I feel, a little bit.
I was like, when it started, I was like, oh no. Oh, did they fail? Is season 2 gonna should they have just left it? But it picked up, ended up being really good. So
I've seen 2 of the first 3 episodes because I told Teresa, I was like, I'm gonna watch some of this before you get back. She's coming back tomorrow night, so we're gonna probably watch most, if not all of it, this weekend. We're just gonna binge it. But
Mhm.
I was surprised you said that because that first episode, it
boring.
opened so dude, all the stuff with the TIE fight, like when he's breaking out and just shit goes
Nah.
wrong. Like, I thought all
Nah.
of that was great. I thought it was
Nah.
great.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see how it jumps from thing to thing because we're gonna watch it like it's a movie because each one is just its own 3-part story basically. So we're just with the time jumps and everything. So we're just gonna watch 3 episode, 3 episode, 3 episode, do it in dumps like that. So
Sounds good.
I did watch
Oh boy.
Survivor.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Let's do
so I took a gamble yesterday at like 4
Mm.
o'clock. So
Okay.
myself and Boat Boy are in first and second in the tribal council, and we have the same 6 people. And we've both been keeping Mitch out of our group.
Mm.
And I was like, I need to take a risk here. The only way I can get ahead of him is if we're wrong and Mitch stays in. So I had to swap Mitch with someone. And I flipped a coin between the 2 people, between Shaheen and
or
Kyle.
Camilla. Oh, Kyle.
No,
Okay.
between Shaheen and Kyle. I picked wrong.
Oh,
It's over. The season's done. There's no way
Yeah,
I can. We have the same
can't
5
catch
people
up.
now.
I'm
We have the
so
first
low.
and second
like at
have the
bottom
same.
this season.
Yeah, we
Mm.
both have the 5 remaining players, so it's a deadlock now for first and second. But third place, I think Slater passed both of you guys as well. He crawled his
boy.
way back in from missing the first episode, which is really something. But yeah, Steve. I mean, I'll say it when the season's fully over, but Steve has definitely got this one. Bry Guy's in third with Slater 1 point behind in fourth. And then
Competitive this
Gunchpot.
season.
Oh my God. Bry Guy, Slater, Gunchpot, Boston Rob, Tuna, and Smooth, and then Tom.
Yep, I'm at the bottom.
3rd to 8th place is a 7-point spread.
Makes sense.
That's crazy.
Because
Yeah.
I was like at a point where I was like, oh, I'm actually doing well this season in terms
Yeah.
of keeping bad players out. But now at this point, like there's no
No hope for you.
Yeah.
I'm at the score that I'm gonna have. There's nothing I can do to change that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good episode, emotional episode. Joe continues to be I'm just very impressed with the game he's playing and how he's maneuvering through everything.
He's dominant like Boston Rob was.
Really dominant player, and no one wants to touch him.
Yep.
The Eva on the sidelines playing this very honest game, and she has all of these. She didn't even play one of her advantages.
Yeah.
Like it was their game to lose, and they've held on to it. And spoilers. Sad to see Shaheen go, but
Yeah, I know. I really liked him.
I liked
I
him.
would
a
have
lot.
loved to see the California girls make it together.
Yeah, I thought this was a fantastic episode. I love that challenge, the slide into the water one, and then the snake thing. Yeah, great. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I'd like to get back a little bit to the cutthroat Survivor
I
days.
think it is cutthroat. I still
No
think it's
way,
cutthroat.
dude. No, it's
I don't
getting
know.
a little soft.
I
It's a
hear what
little
you're saying,
soft.
Alex.
A little soft these
A
However,
days.
little
I
soft.
feel
Little
like
soft
every
these days.
season has been the new era has just been everyone just like every episode. We're trying to do a blind side. Like every episode has been that, and
Yeah,
that's gotten boring. Seeing like
but it
it's
doesn't
been
work.
yeah, it's been fun seeing.
But also, I'm kind of over. If we're gonna keep going, right, with Survivor, I'm kind of done with the story. Like the person who has the best story.
Right, but then if
Not
anything, what you're getting this
The
season is the best
fucking
version, right?
Bran
Because
of
the
the
strongest players are winning.
no, but you still have the other element with
what is the
Joe and the whole
survivor?
thing that happened,
So the
and
person with the best stories.
the best. Everybody on this season has a different story. That Shaheen had his, Camilla has hers,
Oh
Joe
my
has his
God!
now.
People in a competition to win $1 million have
That's
a
what no,
story.
but leave your baggage
I
off on
love
the
the
plane.
idea of you being on that island trying to curry jury favor. And I'm like, so Tuna, what brings you here? And you're thinking, you're
Fucking
like,
$1 million
well,
for myself,
I don't
bitch.
really, I don't really need the money. I was just gonna buy like 1,000 fucking golf packs.
I love how you're saying that about me when the narrative would be Chris being like, I'm just going to use the money to buy all the lightsabers in the world and
Chris
have my
would Chris would have a bit more social game than that, and would be like, oh, my daughter,
Yeah,
my
He doesn't even
100%.
have a daughter. It's not even there yet.
Yeah, but they don't need to know that.
I'm making.
He's lying, so he's
I would
lying.
lie. I would
So
lie
he's
from day
lying.
one.
He's already lying. Day
I would
one,
lie
he's
from day
lying.
one. I would tell.
Snake
I
in
would
the
give people a
grass.
fake name. They'd be like, "Who are you?" I'd
Oh
be like,
my
Alex Marinello.
god!
Chris play.
Drag
I mean,
my
I
name
guess you
through the
could. I
mud.
guess you could play like
I've done
a
that so many times
catfish.
in my lifetime where I've given people Alex's name.
You know what though? The reason I
So
guess
good. What?
I've been watching a lot of like Survivor YouTube videos of
Oh
like
boy,
old
here we
like
go. Alex
the
is getting
top
radicalized through
top
Survivor
five
YouTube.
top five like times that the Survivor producers broke their own rules, best
Oh,
challenges, the most dangerous challenges. I was telling Chris there was a challenge. I don't know if you saw it, Tom. There was a challenge in little older Survivor where they hooked them up to a spinning wheel that dunked their heads in water. And then they had to gulp water and come up and spit that water into
yeah.
a trough.
Survivor used to be part Fear
Jesus.
Factor.
Yeah, Survivor used to be like, let's go. And the people, the shit that I mean, come on, man, let's get back to that. Not this kumbaya shit. Like they go to the sanctuary and Shaheen's basically like, you know, telling Joe he's the god of the game. I'm like, well, you're gonna
And then
lose.
he gets him, and then he votes him out. It makes it so much more interesting when the knife has to get twisted.
Yeah, but in the old Survivor,
But
that
the-
knife
but
used
the-
to
but
that knife used to twist all the time.
I
Kelly Wentworth.
Time.
When I mean the idol plays back in the old days. I mean, I'm telling you, man, we've lost
Yeah.
a little bit. Enough with the stories. Enough with the sad stuff.
the sad
This is
stuff.
here's the thing, Alex.
Tuna
Right?
just
It's
doesn't
like
want to have a shed a tear.
here's the
No-
thing. The
no
meta,
more
the
tears.
meta changes right over time, and then it
It
comes
does.
it comes back
It
around
does.
because
It's got to swing
they
back
have
around.
to,
We got to
right?
go back. We got to go back.
that's
We
also-
have to go back.
Keep in mind, this is also why we have other competition reality shows you can watch
Yeah.
because that's where you can set. That's why we have the Traitors. Why we have Circle. That's why we have Battle Camp. Battle Camp is good. You're gonna like Battle Camp when you watch Battle
Alright.
Camp.
Okay.
Battle Camp was good.
All right.
I don't know if we're getting more Circle.
You think Circle's
It's like
done?
where is it?
I feel like we just watched
Where
the
is it?
season.
I
Where
think it's
is
been a
it?
year. I think it's been a year.
No, it hasn't. No way.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't, Chris, because we started it. Back, it's close though.
It was September.
Last fall.
It
yeah,
is
September.
close because we
away.
started it last.
That just
weekend.
feels like the kind of show that should be on twice a year. Like a lot of these shows,
Yeah.
like
Didn't they
Survivor's
shoot
doing it
other
right, doing it
seasons
twice a
of
year.
Foreign. Oh no, because they moved production to the States. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh well. What else? What else going on?
Stay la vie. What have you guys been up to?
Just playing more walkabout mini golf, trying to do these runs.
Oh, right,
that
the
was in the
speedruns.
previously on.
Yeah.
I embarrassingly missed a walkabout mini golf game match with our
Oh yeah.
with a bigger cohort than just us, but I fell asleep.
Yeah, you've been messaging the Oceans group for weeks,
Right.
demanding we play walkabout mini
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah,
And I get on.
yeah,
There's me. There's two other boys. Neither of them are
yeah.
Alex Marinello. Where's Alex Marinello?
No, I
Wow.
fell asleep.
Who are the
And
other
I
two
was
lads?
giving
Kenny
and
and
I was
who?
giving one of our other
Kenny
friends
and Kenny's
shit.
friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was giving one of our other friends in the group shit for not coming on
Yeah.
Yep.
for weeks now. And
Yeah.
then it's my time to shine and
To
show
shine.
that I'm there, and I wasn't.
To shine
Yeah.
and show.
I don't think I've been playing anything else. I beat uh Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's
Oh, hell yeah.
treasure thing. So
On your Amber
because-
Nick?
yeah, on the thing that Tom got us.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
so I beat that after I
Sick.
think the last time I played it, I was 8 years old, sick, home from school.
Hell yeah.
Couldn't get past probably the first area. That's really it that's been going on here. I don't think I've played. Chris and I have not done any split fiction.
No, but I think the next time we
Dang.
play it, we should just play it tomorrow. We should just continue the story so we can finish the story first at this point. I would like to finish the game and then we can go and put ourselves through laser hell.
Yeah.
But I would like to finish the game.
Yeah, and then you weren't here last time, Tom, but I'll just briefly say that I'm done with Blueprints. I've gone about as far as I can go.
I think
in
you
terms
said that
of-
on the week before as well.
I don't maybe,
I feel like I remember
but
you
I've
saying
gone as far as I
something.
can.
Cool.
I have not completed the game, so we'll just leave it there.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Christian,
Yeah, I didn't really play this week. I
okay.
just did the walkabout mini golf stuff because so I mentioned to you so this it's like Therese travels a lot typically, right? So
Okay.
usually I have a lot of like home alone time, which is nice. But I realized that this is the last time Therese is going to travel again for a long
Right.
time,
Yeah,
and then we're going to have the kid the
right.
next time she travels. So this is literally the last time I'm at home alone for the
Oh, yeah.
foreseeable future.
How
Yeah.
much time you got on your hands?
I have only got another day left.
Mm.
This
And
this
it's
is it.
been
The final 24 hours have begun.
Final countdown.
The final to the
Yeah.
final to the dawn of the final day. Awesome.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
spent a lot of
Sweet.
time. I played each course on Walkabout Mini Golf twice. I only felt like my times were good enough to submit on, I think, 6 of them. So I still need to redo a few, especially because you sent your times, Alex, and then I had, I think, maybe 8, but then 2 of the times I had for the ones that you would submit weren't higher than yours. So I was like, well, no reason to bother now. I have to try and redo those. But I did submit a bunch, so hopefully they will get clarified, like they'll get put in tonight.
Okay.
Because then I gotta start doing week 2s. So
Well, I still haven't
read this.
finished week 1. So, but you
Well,
said
you
we have a
should.
month to do.
Yeah.
11.
No, we do, but week 2
Yeah,
starts
okay.
this week. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Check.
Yo.
But you got the Odyssey in.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I got the Odyssey in before I left for Hawaii.
I thought you left the book.
I did. I left it at home here.
Right.
So when you say I got the Odyssey, you mean I read it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I read the yes. I read the latest translation of the Odyssey.
Right.
Well, when you said you got the Odyssey in, I'm like, well, no, I had it. It was already
I see what you're
delivered.
saying.
It's
Yes.
at the house.
Yes.
I showed it to you previously.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. I haven't read the previous translation in a long enough time to make any like direct comparisons. But a lot of people were talking online about the like de facto English translation, the UK one. People like this one a lot more than that. Apparently, a lot of people have trouble with. I can't remember what her name was. I'll have to look it up. But people are not
J.K.
happy with her
Rowling.
version of it. Oh my God, it might be. It's not though.
It's got to cut out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's still a translation. It's not like this guy's not going to the other English versions and then reworking them. He's
Right.
going to the language versions. There's probably like Latin versions that they're primarily, my guess is, but I'm sure they also have the Greek and everything as well.
The woman's bathroom.
Yeah, if he
know that
used AI to
Tuna?
do it, Tom, it'd be like a lot of people are complaining about
The
farmer.
White South
Yeah, the white South African.
Did you know this, Tuna? So since J.K. Rowling did the Harry Potter stuff and she went on that fucking transphobic like journey, she
Mm.
has released a series of novels that are like meant to be adult novels, and they're like about a detective, and like all of the crimes involve trans people. I'm
Really?
serious. I'm
She's just
serious.
nuts. She's just
Why
nuts.
do that's it?
Why
That's
do
so
people care?
crazy to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Why do people care?
So
people are just
weird,
nuts,
Like,
dude.
well,
dude.
why does she
So
care
weird.
so much? Like, why? I don't.
She's bored and has too much money.
But
Yeah,
that's my point. Like, I feel like as soon as you get to a certain like money level,
yeah.
Mm.
I think I've
No,
said this before.
I think we
We
should
just
treat it
shut
like
you
an
down,
addiction.
or no, we just shut you down. Like, you can't make any more than you've
Someone
made.
great. If someone came up with a great solution, they were like, anytime someone's about to roll over and make their first billion, we just take it.
Right.
Yeah,
You're at
I think I
999
said
million,
that.
and we just take. Well,
I think
it's a
I said
great
that.
policy. That's my
You
policy.
just
yeah,
take
yeah.
that, and anything you make above that, we just take it, and
We
it's
just
done.
take
And
it.
you're still good though, because
You're
you
good.
have
Golden.
right, and
Golden,
you're
some
just
might
as
say.
rich as everyone else. You like you're the richest person, but you're in the same level. You're
In the
all at
same
the
tax
same
bracket.
richest. You're in the
Yeah.
same group. You can all say that you're the richest people.
Bunch of
Fine, great.
communists. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
So we just take
community
it,
of rich
but also
people.
you're not allowed then. Like we just kind of let you keep that, and you just get perpetual. Like, but you can't run any more businesses. Like you've
Yeah.
won,
You've
right? Like
won
you won the
life.
game of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You won the game. You win. Congratulations. You're out though.
All
Like
right.
you were
I
top
have an alternative to propose for you
done.
here.
I just don't understand like why they care so much.
I
Like
think this is
why
going
is
about it the
Elon
wrong
Musk
way.
just around?
I think this is going
Like,
about it
dude,
the
like
wrong way.
go buy an island and go away.
We need to treat it like the problem it is, which is as a disease.
Okay.
And they're basically, we need to treat greed like a disease. And when someone makes over $1 billion,
Hmm.
we essentially like put them into a rehab facility where we also then have to like, you know, get them off the money. And so we slowly start siphoning their money away to
Yeah.
programs and things like that. And we basically we force them to not make new income. Like I think we need to treat it because it's clear like as these people just get more and more wealthy, they become more and more insane. And so there is definitely something to like the mental illness of perpetual greed. And so I think we need to like, you know, put them through that we have to make them go cold turkey on money, right?
Mm.
Mm.
I think this is how we have to treat them. We don't celebrate them and say you right because then they're going to be like, well, I'm not the winner.
No,
If
but
there's another winner, I want to be the best winner. So then they're going to
yeah,
find
but I
some
feel
other
like maybe
Right.
way
we
to
put
make
them
all of our
all.
lives a living hell. That's not through money allocation. It's going to be through some other psychotic thing we
Maybe we
haven't even dreamed
deport.
of.
Maybe we deport them, and they get to live in their own
No,
island.
we
You get
put
to
them
live
in a fucking
wherever.
forced
Yeah.
rehab facility. We put them in fucking rubber rooms and we take their money away and we tell them they're not allowed to enter society again until they act like a good person.
Uh,
This is what we do to them. And again, we're not
okay.
talking about millionaires, we're talking about billionaires.
Right.
Right?
All the millionaires that listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the millionaires are okay. You don't
Yeah,
pay.
you're all fine.
You
Yeah.
don't pay a fucking dime.
You're all just as close to being you're much closer to being on the street than
Yeah.
you are to being a billionaire.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Big time.
Oh my God. So yeah. I don't know. I don't got much else.
All right. Then
I've been
should we go
rotting
to
at home.
should we go to why Tom has been flaking for the last 30 days?
Oh,
Yeah, well, I played some games. I'll talk about that first. So I played, me and Brooke have a new game. After beating
Brooke and I.
Split Fiction. Correct. After beating Split Fiction, me and Brooke tried to go back to Path of Exile, but the latest update has like fucked all the balancing, and so we're gonna wait for the full release to jump back in because it's just very difficult right now. To try and get back in the rhythm there. We are playing Revenge of the Savage Planet.
oh, dude, that looks good. I was
It's
thinking about seeing if Tuna
co-op.
wanted to play that.
It's fun game.
Okay.
It is like comedic take, kind of like that what was that Squanch Games, the High on Life,
Yeah.
kind of like that, but a little bit more juvenile.
Well, I
Basic.
would imagine it's the same as the first game. So the
Similar.
first game had all of that. It had the fake ads, it had all the jokes, it
Yes.
had
Yes, it's very similar to the first game, which was a somewhat popular kind of like double A indie.
yeah.
Differences here, it's third
You
person,
sure it wasn't a triple A
quadruple
Google
A, yeah.
Google game? Wasn't it a
No,
Google game? I think it was a
yeah,
Stadia game.
so it originally wasn't, but they made that game. They got bought by Google. Then 6 months later, Google shut Stadia down. They shut the studio down, and then basically some of the remaining people from the studio were like, "Well, let's go back to being independent," and they
Yeah.
formed a new studio called Raccoon Logic. And Revenge of the Savage Planet is a whole commentary on being owned by Google and how parent companies are
Yeah.
horseshit, because you work for Kindred Aerospace, but you get bought by this company called Alta Global, and they send you to colonize a planet, but it takes 100 years, so you're in cryo freeze, and when you wake up, you've been laid off,
Hell yeah.
so there's no colony happening.
That's
Did
another
you
thing.
did you
You
play the
shouldn't be
first
allowed to
one?
buy
Yeah,
companies.
I really liked the first one. What's up?
Companies shouldn't be allowed to buy other companies
Sure.
Ever?
ever. Done. If
All
you're
right.
done, you're done.
If you're done, you're done. I love that.
So the first time I played that game, Tom, Journey to the
Mm,
Savage Planet, was at a E3 like preview week. It was in like 2017, 2018. The other game they were showing was Control. So I got to go and I played like an hour of Control and I got to play
yeah,
like an
because
hour of that. At the
505, I think,
time,
publishes both games, or published originally. True.
Control I thought was really cool, but I was like, yeah, it just seems like a third person because like I didn't have enough time to like see any of the story stuff. They was like
Hmm.
it like the vertical slice like put you like into like heavy combat and then like some of the spaces and stuff, but it didn't put you in any there was no narrative that you were really able to follow. So I was like, yeah, this seems fine. Like I was like, but Journey to the Savage Planet, this fucking sick. I was so excited because it had, the like the grapple whip that Samus has and stuff. So I was very excited for that because it is very Metroid Prime coded with like the
Hmm.
visor and everything like that.
Hmm.
This looks cool.
Beautiful looking game too. Unreal 5, like kind of honestly a little hard to do with split screen
Yeah.
because there's just so much happening on screen at
Game
once.
Pass, right?
Yeah, I think it's on that and PlayStation. So I think me
Fuck,
and
dude.
Brooke, like, I'm going to try and play on my handheld, and Brooke will
Oh,
try
okay.
and we'll do it that way because I think there's just like a lot going on screen at once.
Yeah.
So played some of that, played some Doom, Dark Ages, couple first missions of that. More Doom. I'm really enjoying it. I think that it's really interesting how they've gone from Eternal, which was very vertical. You're trying to get up and above the enemy and down and around. And this is way more horizontal. Like you can't really jump very high. You're doing like dashes. You have the shield, which also has a buzz saw on it. So you can like throw it like Cap and cut enemies in twain. You can do one where you throw it, and if it hits a bigger enemy, it's like chewing them up, and you like shoot them with the fucking rail spike gun, and if you hit the buzzsaw as it's chewing them up, it's ping-ponging bullets everywhere and taking out other enemies. Feels really good. Yeah, just a really really fucking solid game. Yeah, so that's the gaming that I've done. I've been away. We had PAX last weekend, and the TLDR there is kind of crazy. About 2 weeks ago at work.
Does Alex know about any of this?
I don't think so.
I
And
love that for him.
I think I have a slightly interesting perspective on everything that went down.
Sure, of course.
Basically, and this is as much as I could say.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was about 2 weeks ago, we've been doing this power block thing with GiantBomb for a while. We've been doing it because we've had several kind of layoffs over the last couple of years that has forced the two teams to kind of work together more. and like kind of spread responsibilities and jobs and everything across the two brands. And one of the big reasons why we had layoffs last year happened around brand safety, and led to like hits to our ad revenue, stuff like that. And so there seemed to be essentially this kind of full stoppage thing at work a couple of weeks ago, where there were concerns over brand safety, and they wanted to get ahead of any potential issues. And so, as the GiantBomb guys joked, there was this blanket PG-13 policy put across the entire company. And if you know GiantBomb, not very PG-13 brand. And so we get a message at work from Grub, who hosts Game S Mornings, which became Game Breaking News. He was like, "Hey, not going to be doing the show the next couple of days, and I don't know if I'll be around next week." And my reaction was like, "What the fuck?" Then we get an email that's like, "Hey, we're pausing all live streaming. There are brand safety concerns. We're stopping live streaming." We basically had ripped up the rug last year by stopping all video on demand content. We stopped doing reviews, previews, all these things, moved to this live stream format, and now we weren't doing that either. Then people are pissed. People who are GiantBomb fans,
Yeah.
they're in the dark. They don't know why their shows have stopped. They don't know this, that, the other. And we don't really know a lot at work also. Like, I want to be very clear. The last couple of weeks, everything that's happened has happened very, very quickly, and very, very, very few people knew about
Yeah,
what was happening.
I was worried about you at GameStop Spot.
And I continue to be concerned in a way.
Sure, of course. Yeah, of course.
So basically, the live stream pause happens. We're kind of in free fall. We had this PAX thing planned weeks prior.
Yeah.
You know, we had the GiantBomb had panels that they had, PAX had made deals with fandom and such to have there. And now the content of those panels was no longer brand safe. Also, the GiantBomb boys are kicking the hornet's nest because they're like, "Oh, once again, we're kind of getting screwed over." And
That's sort of the history of that website.
Yeah, which is, yeah, exactly. And it's really funny because, you know, I think GiantBomb really kicked off this whole independent media apparatus, but it came at a time when the idea wasn't to stay independent. The idea was to sell, right? And like make money.
Well, it never really was independent because they were under Whiskey Media anyway.
Not
they didn't
always.
actually own it at that time.
Originally, they did.
No, I think so. I think they founded it. I'm pretty sure because I was listening to what Gertzman said, and I think he actually said that it was always under Whiskey Media. Like they didn't have the funds for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like that's how it started.
Interesting.
Like it wasn't truly independent. They still had people to answer to because, like, you know, where do you get the money? GameSpot writers don't have, you know, the money to start a business with multiple people and video production and stuff, especially in the early 2010s when that used to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, GiantBomb was always an entity that was designed to be independent, and it was formed as a retaliation for the way people had been treated at GameSpot. Anyway, flash forward 17 odd years. Basically, one day at work, then I see on Slack that Grub is no longer at the company. And what people didn't know was that Bacala wasn't at the company either, which really sucked because I really kind of became close with him over the last couple of years.
I mean, Tom, the day before this happened, which I didn't actually, I caught up on all of this like in the middle of the night in Hawaii when Therese like fell asleep and I was still awake. And at that point, I was like, well, I'm not texting you. It's like 3 a.m. It's like, I guess we'll see how this shakes out when I get home.
Right.
But that Wednesday, you had talked about how you were like, oh, well, Jeff says we're definitely going to be in LA. We're going to be there and it was the next day that this happened. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. You're now on the podcast talking about stuff that is already outdated because things took place because we recorded a day early.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's so weird.
I reached out and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm really, this sucks that this has happened. Like, da 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 da. And he messages me and he's just like, he basically was like, don't worry. I have a feeling this is all going to work out. I'll see you at PAX. And I was like, you're gonna see me at PAX? You'll bring your wife and kid to PAX still, the event that that you have a contractual obligation to go to, but like you don't work for the company anymore that's hosting the fucking thing. Anyway, about a week goes by. PAX ends up happening. I didn't really know PAX was really happening until about last Tuesday, when we kind of got the message that we were still going to go, and we were still,
Yeah.
and like they were going to do their thing and we were going to do our thing. And we had a ton of plans this past weekend to like shoot a bunch of things, but obviously there were multiple conversations happening
Yeah.
around the future
And because
of
you
certain
technically
things.
work for GameSpot, you were just doing stuff with the Giant Bomb crew because they were kind of they were marrying the two together, but you're under GameSpot.
Yeah, I worked across both brands pretty 50-50, and
Yeah.
honestly, because recently, because we had moved to live streaming and that is the forte of the Giant Bomb team. They
Yeah.
were really leading the charge on so many things that I was working very closely with, like Grub and Reichert
I
and
see.
Jano Choa in particular, and Bacala, for fuck's sake. Like I was working more with them than some people
Then
on
with
my
the
own
GameSpot
team.
people. I see.
But yeah, I'm on the GameSpot side of things, and obviously there's weird things with that, and like a lot of things, a lot of history there with Giant Bomb and people at GameSpot, and like who's on it, who's not, blah 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 blah. We still don't know really what's happening, or at least a good portion of people don't still. And it wasn't until at the panel live where we heard the news that Giant Bomb was independent. Fandom had sold them to the Jeffs, and then Dan and Jan had left, and that was crazy because up until that weekend, Dan and Jan had not left the company. They were
I see.
still at Fandom and were gonna help originally, before they knew that this was going to happen. The plan was is they were going to help us launch, although Dan admits he was like, I was trying to get fired. Anyway,
Sure.
so yeah, so they're independent now, which is awesome. So happy for those guys. Really cool that is
Yeah.
like it's going to make things at GameSpot easier, because now we're down a couple of people, so we can actually hire for specific roles that we need, and not just be like, hey, like let's give
Oh, let's
this
borrow people.
responsibility to Dan,
Yeah.
and like Jan can do this. Like we have a ton of needs, and we can focus on our own shit for a while. So, and with Switch 2 coming up, fucking Death Stranding, like all of these things, it'll kind of be good to kind of get back to basics for a bit. But I'm excited because we are merging the old shit, like the pre-giant bombification of GameSpot. We're bringing back reviews, we're bringing back old series and things like that, but we are also merging it with some new stuff that we kind of learned from Power Block. And so, yeah, who knows what's gonna happen?
Right.
Crazy, crazy times, but yeah, the last week has been, I have been like out of it,
Sure.
pretty much recovering until
Yeah.
today.
Did you see any cool games at PAX?
I did. I saw Crimson Desert, which is the
That sounds
uh
like a AI generated title for a video game.
it's the it
Okay,
it's a
wait.
mm,
Alex,
mm-hmm.
let's take a guess. What is Crimson Desert? Stop typing it on your phone. I see you looking at it.
I'm not looking at my phone. I'm
I
cleaning the bottom of my mouse.
Oh, okay.
One
You
of the
gotta
things to
clean
do
the
to
ball.
it.
You got dust in the ball in the trackball. Or...
Yeah, because his mouse is from the year 1950.
I mean,
50,
Tom, you know,
1950. That's
you
what
know
you
that
went
if
with?
Alex could
They had
have
mouse.
You
They
know that
had
if Alex could have
mice.
like the
Actually, they
mouse he
probably
used in
didn't.
like 6th grade, he would.
Yeah, that's true.
It's got like
And
the
you
old
could spin the
cereal
bottom
port.
off
Yeah,
and take the ball out.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would make Alex happy. If he could also then put the computer into the desk under a piece of glass that like is reflected up, so
Computers
he could look down
inside
at the computer. What
The
is Crimson
files are
Desert?
inside of the
Crimson
computer.
Desert is a first-person shooter like Modern Warfare.
Okay, Tom. Crimson Desert is a
Crimson,
card-based
go away.
roguelite.
Go away. Sorry, we've got another fucking dog over.
Two dogs? Man,
Mish
that's
Mish, you want to
crazy.
say hi?
Tom's chair looks comfy.
Hmm. It's
This
that
is
really
Mish
expensive
Mish.
chair.
This is
Is it
Mish Mish.
is that an Eames? Your chair, Tom?
It's called the um no, it's not Eames. It's from a company called
It looks
uh
nice.
V Armchair is the name of the brand. All right,
Oh,
goodbye. Um Crimson Desert is a single player RPG that
yeah.
is a spin-off of Black Desert Online. It's a Korean game from a studio called Pearl Abyss.
Oh fuck, Alex is way closer.
And it looks and plays really cool. It
Yeah.
is and borrows a ton of different things from like Tears of the Kingdom, like there's Sky Islands and infinite climbing and like a bunch of that. There's a lot of Skyrim influence in there. There's a bit of Assassin's Creed in there from like crowd density and design of the world.
Is this third person, this game? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
third person. But it instead of like having like Dark Souls action, they describe it more as like a being a fighting game. Like you're trying to like build combos and the game looks stunning. And what's really cool is like it's very high fidelity and they have it running very, very optimally. And it's because they're using a proprietary engine and they're basically saying so many open world games rely on engines designed for not open world games, and we have built our engine from the ground up to do this, so
Yeah.
that's how it looks so good. And it looks that good in person. And yeah, and it's difficult. Like we were fighting two bosses. I fought this thing called the Reed Devil, which is like really fucking fast. And then there is the Stag Lord, who's huge, so you can't like you can do all these like crazy WWE moves where like you can do a cool one where it's like if they get close enough, you can hold your sword up and like use the glint of the sun to like blind them and then go in
Oh,
for
that's
like a
pretty cool.
stab, and then you can do like a grapple move. But if it's like the Stag Lord, he's too big, like you won't be able to grapple him, but he can pick you up and kind of toss you around.
Does he have big
So
antlers?
yeah, he has like a big fucking
Sick.
helmet thing.
Cool.
Yeah, and so it looked really cool. We played with our gameplay guy Max, who was like, I want to go, like, can I just stay here and play? And he was super into it. So saw that. We saw some of Night Rain, new boss from Elden Ring Night Rain. That's coming out at the end of the month, so I'm very stoked for that. I'm hoping the three of us can enjoy some Night Rain at the end of the month before SGF, before Switch 2. Um,
Yeah, we gonna be able to do it?
what do you mean?
Well, you gotta get good.
I saw this thing. Okay, so I saw this game on a little game. Oh, I saw some Switch 2 accessories. So
Hmm.
Genki had like a 3D printed like Switch 2, and they had like all of their accessories and stuff, but they had signs that were like, this is not a production unit, like do not sue us, Nintendo, because they kind of got into some legal trouble after pulling that shit at I think it
CES.
was GDC this year or something.
I thought it was CES where they had
Oh, CES. Yes, you're right. You're correct.
that was like when
CES.
the first leak happened.
Yes. They were like, here's the Switch 2, and none of us knew what it looked like at then. Now we do, obviously. The other game I saw was called Mississippi Mayhem, and it was a Game Boy game. From this was like a really last minute meeting that got set up, and they were playing it on something like an Ambernick, but it was from a different company, and it was a bit more plasticky, a bit more toy-like. Um, and it was a Game Boy cartridge. It's being designed as a Game Boy game. It's being kind of funded by this guy who like originally like got in, like helped fund Unity back in the day and like was a really big developer who was just like, I was like, do you live in SF? He's like, no, I live here, but we have a house in San Francisco. I was like, oh, okay. I see what kind of money we're talking about here. And it's him, and he went on a fucking, his brother made YouTube videos, and back in the 2000s, they went on this tour of the Mississippi River, fucking canoeing, and that's what the game is.
Okay.
And you're just basically, it's like an endless runner, but you're on a river and like trying to control 2D top down pixel art game. Look, was fun. I played it in like a debug mode, so it was kind of janky, and they're very clearly still working on it a lot. But that one was pretty sick. That was really cool. I'm glad I saw that. And then played a ton of Magic the Gathering. Like we played
Oh, you're such a
so
nerd.
much Magic, dude.
You're
We
such
played
fucking nerd.
so much Magic. We are so in, dude. We had so much fun. You know what was funny? On the last night, I'm like chilling with someone, and they're like, "What are you up to tonight?" And I'm like, everyone else was out at dinner, but they were gonna come back, and like I was like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna play Magic in the hotel lobby." And they were like, "Great!" And they opened up their bag and just put like 7 decks on the table, and I was like, "Fuck yes, let's go." Anyway, so that's the journey of the last couple of weeks. It's been one. I'll tell you that. Been one.
Mm.
Come on. Time to get ready for some news. Bungie's in trouble.
Which
Bungie got caught plagiarizing an artist for their new
I
upcoming
saw this.
game,
Yes, for
Marathon.
Marathon.
This would be the 3rd time now they've been caught for plagiarism. They got caught a few years back for Destiny, and then for Destiny 2. They got caught
That's
like a
right,
decade
for the
ago
gun.
for Destiny for a flag, and it was the flag, it was the kick flag, the Keck flag from
Yes.
was also, so it's very clear that like they just, this is what happened. By the way, this is why AI art is going to be a thing, which like sucks, because there's already so many people
Mhm.
that have either too much work to do or are in jobs that they shouldn't have, and they just steal from other people.
Mm.
It is a really hard, I really wonder, Tom, like
Mm.
I wonder how hard it is to actually catch this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
with there being so much art, like I can't imagine what a pain in the ass the oversight must be, because it's simple enough that it could be the work of 1 or 2 people, right? Like this could be the fault of one. Now it seems like the art that was plagiarized, the like lead design person for the game follows that person.
Mm.
So it doesn't look
Mm.
good.
Yeah.
Looks pretty bad. And it is not like one thing. It is
No.
it's like boom,
And it's
boom,
like
boom, boom, boom.
copy paste.
It is
it is
copy.
crazy. There is no. It is like, oh, you posted this piece
Why
of
did they
art.
just
I'm gonna
hire this
put a
person to work
sticker.
on the game?
Dude, well,
This
because
person makes
they're-
really cool art.
Yeah.
It is clearly like a big part of the aesthetic of this game. And I will say the coolest thing that I think that this game has going for it is the fact that it looks good. Otherwise, like I don't really care about the like concept of an extraction shooter, but I'm like,
Sure.
well, if it plays good and it looks good, then
Mhm.
maybe I will find enough fun there, like, and I won't care about the mode as much. But man, what are you doing? What are you doing? They
What
got
are you
money.
doing?
They got artists.
What are you doing?
Why you gotta not
Yeah.
good. Not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not great.
So that's the first bit of
No.
news.
It's tough out there being
Yeah.
being an artist. Yeah. What else do we have here? They opened up a Nintendo store in San Francisco. So if you're in San
Dude, I saw they have
Francisco,
exclusive merch. It looks it's nice.
they
That's
I
nice.
think they also like imported some merch from Japan. Like there's some merch that has only been available in Japan, but
Oh,
now
sick.
is available at the SF store, which is really cool.
That is cool.
What else? Maybe a price hike on the PS5. I
Gonna be a
think they
price
had
hike on
the-
everything.
Yeah, so that's not, not crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bungie, they've got that spin-off studio, Team LFG is the name of it. That is the studio that spun off from Bungie last time they had layoffs, and they had like a project that was in incubation, and Sony was like, "Yep, that looks good. Let's spin them off into their own team," and they made Team LFG. This is the game that's like the Jelly Bean. It's kind of like it sounded like a what is that Jelly Bean game? Fall Guys, something like a little Fall Guysy. We will see, considering that they just Jade Raymond just left Sony. That's the other big bit of news. Jade Raymond, who worked similarly in a similar situation to those Typhoon guys, the guys that made the Savage Planet games, ran a studio, I actually think Stadia, and then when Stadia hit the hit the fan, left, formed Haven, and basically sold the studio to PlayStation. They were making Fair Games. There was a trailer for that years ago now at a PlayStation thing. This was like meant to be like one of the big, hey, we've got all these live service games, and now that game seems to be in big trouble, and now Jade Raymond no longer works for PlayStation. So that is crazy. She's like the Amy Hennig. Like, she's always a project that just like is never able to come out, and it is a real testament to how fucking like awful the industry has gotten. Yeah. I think that's the big stuff. Anything else?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
I'm just making sure this is real.
Which one? Oh, Fairgrounds, Fair Games.
No, it's not video game news.
Oh,
but I'm gonna bring it up anyway.
Okay.
Alex, you know how I was saying we need more new. Pay attention. You're not
I'm
even
paying
looking in this
attention. I'm
direction.
listening.
Oh
What do you
my
want?
God.
Got a new reality show for you
Okay.
Oh,
by the one and the only
J.J. Abrams.
Christy Nome.
wait, what?
Wait, what?
Christy Nome wants U.S. citizenship process to play out in front of cameras. She wants a reality show where migrants fight for citizenship.
Oh my God. See,
the
this
show is in
like,
the early stages of
really,
vetting, and the approval process.
They're making like the Tunaville, Tuna World
this
stuff.
Is the Hunger
like
Games.
This is the Running Man.
Hunger Games.
Oh,
this is the Running Man.
Yeah, the Running Man.
What do you mean Tunaville style?
Well, when I like,
this is evil Tunaville. This is evil Tunaville.
Yeah, but even more. Like, where my Tunaville has like certain rules, like old people can't drive over the age of 70, and
Logan's Run.
Yeah, Alex is. I mean, let's be clear. Tunaville is an authoritarian like hellscape.
Yeah,
it's just
Tunaville is
Alex
me running the world.
It is an authoritarian utopia, but it's
it's hyper efficient. Yeah.
No one talks to each other. No one has to see each other. No one.
It's very
like I thought about it today, right? Like
it's
today there was someone. I've driven around. I was driving today because I had to drive to work and also, dropping the kid off and stuff. And there are just people driving pickup trucks that I'm like, you don't need this. Like, this is crazy.
And they're lifted too, so they're gigantic. So
it's ridiculous.
You're taking 6 feet tall, and you can't even like get seen by it.
Yeah, you're taking up 2 fucking spots. You don't have a job where this requires it. So I was in my head, I was thinking like, man, if I ruled the world, I would totally ban these. Like, this get banned.
Yeah, for cars that size, you should absolutely require a specialized license.
It should be a special license. You should have to show that you need that car. That you absolutely need that pickup truck.
And you should have to take a separate driving test too.
And your significant other can't drive it.
Yeah. Also, they should generally be illegal because like most of them have such massive blind spots that like they're fucking hitting pedestrians all the time. They can't like see kids and people walking in front of them because they're so high up.
It's a stupid car.
Yeah, it is. It's really dumb.
Stupid car.
It's really dumb. A lot of insecure men who need big trucks. Yeah. Small dicks.
Yep. Small dicks. Dickard's dad.
Dickard's dad. I thought it was Dickon. I thought his name was Dickon.
Dickon, yeah,
It is
Dickon's
Dickon.
dad.
It
What did
is
I say?
Dickon.
Dickard.
Yeah,
I
Dickard.
combined Eddard Stark and
Dickard, it's
and
Pickard's brother.
Daikon.
Pickard.
Dickon stuff.
Jean-Luc Dickard. You say it enough, it sounds like you're just saying Dick Hard.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
heard that from the jump.
Yeah.
Oh, Dickon's dad.
I was just
Sounds
like,
like
I was looking up
Game Buster.
gaming news, Tom, and I saw, I was like, well, this is about game shows. We were talking about new game shows. Truly one of the most insane things I've ever read. Absolute psycho shit.
Yeah, it's fucking mental, dude.
Tom, you got the Nintendo Switch to pre-order through Nintendo.com.
I did. So
Were you able to get a Mario Kart bundle?
I was, because you had to request it when you made the. You had to say like, I want that eventually.
Wait, do you not have the bundle, Chris? Is that the problem?
No,
here?
I have the standard. I want the bundle.
So might be able to make someone's dreams come true there, because I've got hopefully there are 2 Switches on their way to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully they both arrive before I leave for LA in fucking whenever, in 2 weeks.
Well, so what are you going to be doing now? Because you're not doing a big giant bomb at night thing anymore.
Oh,
Clearly.
at SGF.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Okay, cool.
I'll be at Play Days this year, which is exciting. So
Yeah.
I'll go hands on with stuff, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, we will be doing what we did last year, minus the giant bomb component. So it's a lot more like interviews and like live streams during the day.
Sure.
And then honestly, it actually should go a lot smoother. Hopefully,
well, yeah, because you'll have your evenings free, so you can like get work done and then just be out.
Yeah, and and it was tough last year, because like when we would do the parties and everything afterwards, people would be trying to get work done,
right?
And there'd be a fucking all these drunk assholes right there. So
I mean, I remember when I was hanging out with you at the thing, you were like, "Hold on, I got to go upload a video." You're like, "I'm going to leave for 45 minutes. I'll be back."
Yeah, there was a lot of that last year. There'll be a lot of that this year. I think we'll be doing a lot of Switch stuff. Well, I think the plan is like, and it'll be really great to just like have a bunch of people.
Yeah, they're going to do a Switch blowout, I would imagine, of some kind.
So, and we're a lot closer to the Play Days location this year. So, that's exciting.
Where is it this year?
It's at some compound. I don't know off the top of my head.
Are you staying downtown again?
That is a great question. It's a great question. Probably. Let's see. Play Days.
Yeah, it's in downtown.
Yeah.
Interesting that I am 8-Bit's doing it, just because I remember Jeff Keighley had so many problems with E3, which was produced by I am 8-Bit, but I would guess that is just primarily because of the ESA and not because of I am 8-Bit then.
Play Days Campus. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it's by LA Live. It's by all of those. I see.
Cool.
Interesting. We weren't that far from it last year, so I guess the fact that we're closer is awesome. Yeah. So that'll be exciting. That'll be fun, even if it is, gonna be nuts. I have to get my tickets and everything in order tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Email it on unrankedpodcast.com, or you can call 805-738-8692. That's 805-738-8692. That's 805-RETUNYA, RETUNYA. This is an old one that I never played for some reason.
Yo! Let's try this again. Fucked up the first time. Got 2 complaints for you today. The first one is
What happened?
Oh, the
Oh,
complaint
boy.
jingle.
Have you ever? It pisses me off when you're watching like a TikTok or an Instagram.
Tom, do you hear this lisp?
There's no lisp.
Do you hear it, Tom?
Keep
Do you
playing.
hear it?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
This is what he does to me while we're playing games. He'll just start
No, it's
doing it out
not.
of
This is
nowhere.
what he does to me. This is
No,
what he
it's
does
not.
to me.
And the person in the video is trying to lip sync to another video or a song or something, and they're just completely and totally off. Take some time, practice a little bit before you fucking record your shit. It looks stupid. You look stupid. If your lips aren't matching what the sound is saying, you're doing the wrong thing. It's annoying. I hate it. I'm going to turn your TikTok off. Put some effort. Put some effort
Put
in.
some effort.
Second thing,
Yeah.
I don't like these like square microphone things now. You see them in videos all the time. Everyone's just holding this little square key, like almost cube microphone thing, and they're all holding it like they're pincing their fingers together, holding this stupid microphone up to, you look like idiots. This looks stupid. Suck it.
Oh, you look like idiots. You're not
You
wrong.
sounded sick. Maybe you were out that week and you sent that
Maybe.
in.
I
and
did-
I just didn't
yeah.
ever notice it.
Yeah.
Those are good
But-
complaints.
No, those are good. I forgot that I sent those in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot too.
Yeah,
That's
that
funny.
stupid square microphone. It looks really dumb. And they're standing around holding this dumb thing. The only one I like is the one that I've seen the guy on the New York subway holding a Metro card.
Yeah.
That I like. I like that.
That
Sure.
I like.
Yeah, I've seen that
That's
guy.
I like.
Those are also usually pretty good. That guy usually has like pretty good people on too. So
Yeah.
I like him.
that
He's
helps.
cool.
He's like the Subway version of Hot Ones with his
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome
That
to
was
Google
good.
Voice. Google Voice gives you a
Wait, I also have this mess up from Tuna.
What do you mean this mess
Yo,
up?
got two complaints for you here today. Well, first of all, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but Chris's intro. You know what? I'm gonna call back. I totally fucked this up. I can't even think. It's too early. Fuck it. Suck it.
Oh my god, this is at 5:01 a.m. It says. What are you doing?
So, Dickon's
you having like a
dad.
fever dream?
Dickon's dad.
So the Tallies.
Oh,
Oh my god! All right, and then
what
we
intro?
I don't know,
I'm
dude.
like, you know what?
This is from months ago.
You know what?
we-
I'm gonna call back.
yeah, I fucked this up. All right, we just got this one today, which is, I guess, why I opened it and then realized I never played that.
Hey there, Unranked crew. This is Kill Care Bears. I actually have been behind. Life's been crazy, but I've just started picking back up the pod, and I'm probably like 30 episodes behind, but I've been listening to episode 412, and you guys were talking about Traitors, and although I see what Christian says about how the U.S. Traitors is much worse than the U.K. Traitors, and I agree with that, and I agree that like the round table discussion's better and everything like that, my biggest gripe with Traitors has nothing to do with the people, and it has everything to do with the concept of the game. Like, I feel as if it's pointless. Like, I remember watching the season 2 or 3. I stopped watching it now. I probably season 2 then.
But you love it,
the
Alex.
U.S. Traitors, and they were voting out the Traitors like back to back almost. Like, it was crazy. It was like every other episode, it felt like they were voting out a traitor. But then it just like the game just puts another traitor in, or it converts a faithful to a traitor, and it's like the game is set up in a way that you could never vote out all the traitors before the end. There's always a traitor at the end.
In the midst.
Until like the final round table. Like it just feels like, what is the point of even trying to vote the traitors, because they're just going to be a new one, or they're going to make it harder for you because they're going to convert one of the faithfuls. It almost feels like you should try to figure out who the traitors are and then just keep them in the game. And then just like wait till the end, vote one of them out, and then then you and the other faithful vote him out right at the end. Like I obviously
What
that
the
would be
winners
very
do.
difficult to do, but I don't know. I feel like my biggest gripe is that the structure of the game feels like it's unfairly weighted to there always being a traitor at the end, no matter how good you do at witch hunting them throughout the round tables. So I don't know if you guys have thought about that. Maybe you think that that's crazy, and maybe I'm, whatever. I'm interested to hear what you think about it, because I feel like that is my biggest gripe with it.
I'm going to call you back.
But other than that, stay ranked and suck it.
So no, I agree with him. I agree with him. It does take a little bit of for me.
I don't totally agree,
stakes,
but I mostly
a little bit of
agree.
stakes. My gripe with the show though is that the challenges feel pointless.
You got to watch UK season 3.
Okay, but the challenges for me feel mostly pointless, and it's really the round table discussions that is the meat of the matter. But I'm with him that if I were playing this game, I would try to, and I'm faithful, I would try to figure out who the traitors are, not say a word that I know who they are, keep them in, save my ass till the end, and then vote them out at the end.
The winners are always people that are friends with the traitors.
Yeah, and if I'm a traitor, I'm not getting involved in any kind of round table drama.
The problem is though, then the second you're too quiet, it is a thread you got to watch. I'm excited for you to watch the UK season 3.
All right.
I will say, so as far as the challenges go, each season the first season, the challenges were completely pointless. Second season, they did like a couple challenges where they did things within them that forced instigation.
The shield being available makes them more interesting.
So the shields, and there was like forced instigation. So there were ones where they did like the death march, and like where they had people say things about one another and then vote, and then they were revealed through so like those kinds of games were really good because it fucked with everything.
Sure.
Season 3 turns that up a notch, and they actually go full null for one of the games. They tested out this season. I think it was such a hit that I bet we're going to see it again.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like this game would be a little bit, I feel like a little bit more interesting if you put a mole aspect into it too.
There's also an opportunity in a game during that season, Alex. There are opportunities for no one to be able to get killed, to stop a death by the like there are opportunities for things that this season. Okay. So UK season 3 also, I think, one of the best groups of traitors I've seen. Okay. Like as a group, they did a great job. My biggest problem with it, and I agree with yes, it's you have to have, because the show would just prematurely end if they just got. I think that they should just have. There should be a limited one recruitment, and that's if it only gets down to one traitor. And they should start with 4. So there should just be 4 from the jump, and there can be one recruitment brought in to because then you're going to get far enough into the game. Because you also then have to consider you might not want to accidentally win by knocking them out early, right? If you're a faithful, you're like, I don't want to split 100K with 7 other people. We need to get some of these fucks out of here before we knock the last traitor out, right? That would go down. So I think that they should actually put a hard lock on it so they know there can only be up to 5 traitors in the game. There's going to be 4 at the start. And I think that would change things strategically, because people would pay more attention to how people are organizing.
But you see, and I wish the traitors had a little bit more to do than just kill people at night, so that there was a little bit more evidence of things. But then I'm basically just pitching the mole to
season 3.
Then I'm basically just pitching the mole. And I almost wish that if we are going to go that route, if we're going to get into a little more mole-ish territory, then I don't want to know who the traitors are anymore. I want to try to figure it out myself.
Season 3 does, I think, a good. This season, the UK one, they do some stuff that the US one doesn't do in their games, and they are like, if they continue in that direction, the games are going to feel even better every season. Like, this is the best they've done it. But yeah, I agree. I definitely agree that there is a level of you just keep bringing people in. So I think if you just start with 4 and be like, all right, well, when we get down to 1 person, they can have a single recruitment. That's like a last ditch. But otherwise, I think the faithful should be able to just win. They should be able to just win, but they're probably not going to want to with too many people.
Right.
So, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Thanks for coming for another episode of the Unranked Podcast. Next week, Alex and I will check back in. We'll have probably a lot of updates on our walkabout mini golf scores. We're going to start with week 2's courses. Tom, you going to jump in on any of these? We're submitting them to speedrun.com.
No. Okay, enjoy your project.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our project. That's your project. That's everybody's project. This was the Unranked project. Stay unranked. Second.